Welcome to Fight IQ with Vaughn, where I break down and predict UFC fights using my win probability calculator and my AI fight simulator. The win probability calculator takes all the data, weighs it, and spits out true win probabilities, letting us know who's got the edge and where to find the expected value. The expected value is a tool to compare the odds set by the sportsbooks to the true odds determined by the win probability calculator. The expected value does not determine the outcome of the fight, it determines what edge you have over the sportsbooks. The AI Fight Simulator is our virtual octagon, running 10,000 fight simulations based on real data such as strikes landed, takedown accuracy, cardio, age, layoff, finish rates, you name it, and gives us a winner, the method of victory, and the reasoning for its picks. So let's analyze these numbers, run the sims, and find out who's walking away with the W Saturday night. First up, we have Rayan dos Santos and Alice Ardelean. This is a horrible fight. First fight to make. Dos Santos opened up as a massive favorite at minus 375. She's currently as a minus 265. People have been capitalizing on the mismatch line for Ardelean. The win probability calculator picks Dos Santos as a very slight favorite at minus 107 with a true win probability of just 51.7%. The AI Fight Simulator picks Ardelean to win 75% of the time, 35% by KO round 2. Watching film for this fight was excruciating. Not only did I have to watch these women fight, I also had to see them get their asses kicked by Shauna Bannon and Pooja Tumar. I don't know about a KO, but Ardelean could finally capitalize on getting her first win in the UFC. She looked out of shape her first fight, bit pudgy, but she did look lean and aggressive her second fight out. I didn't really like how she left herself open, and a 75% confidence level is just a bit too rich for me. I really don't know who's going to win this fight, but there is value in betting the Ardelean line at her current odds. My pick, I'm going to take Ardelean by decision, possibly a split decision. If you look at the fight metrics, Ardelean has a palpable advantage over Dos Santos in just about every metric. The money line at plus 215 yields an expected value of 16.6%, which represents the third biggest positive expected value for this card. I don't expect this line to close anywhere near the plus 215 line that it is now, and I managed to get her at plus 240 and plus 260. Next up, we have Balaji Oki versus Markel Mederos in the lightweight division. Oki opened up as the favorite at minus 175. He is currently a bigger favorite at minus 192. The win probability calculator picks Oki as a slight favorite at minus 128 with a true win probability of just 56.2%. The AI Fight Simulator picks Oki to win 65% of the time, 30% by decision due to Oki's large offensive wrestling against Mederos' poor takedown defense. Oki was beating Duncan until he got caught going for that takedown. It was sort of weird. He just sort of lunged into that guillotine choke. Looked like he was dead. Great win for Duncan, but Mederos also struggled against his fight with Austin Hubbard until that last half of that last round where he finally broke Hubbard. I don't think Mederos is going to be able to get it done against Oki. I didn't think he looked great against Hubbard, and I think Oki probably learned just to keep this fight standing. He does have more tools to dictate the outcome of this fight. The fight metrics has Oki with a advantage in the striking and the takedown department. I'm going to pick Oki by decision. Oki has an expected value of minus 9.54% in a statistically close matchup. I am going to stay away from betting the money line because I see that he's just a little bit too overvalued right now at a minus 192, but I will probably put him in a parlay piece. Next up, we have Jordan Leavitt versus Kurt the Hurt Holobaugh in the lightweight division. Leavitt opened up as a favorite at minus 166. He's currently a minus 175 favorite. The win probability calculator picks Leavitt as a very slight favorite at minus 108 with a true win probability of just 51.8%. The AI Fight Simulator has as a pure 50-50 coin flip fight, ultimately picking Leavitt to win by submission round 2 due to the fact that Holobaugh's strengths play into Leavitt's game plan. Um, Leavitt seems like an unassuming fighter, sort of like Chase Hooper. Then he surprises you when he gets you inside the octagon. I'm concerned about his long layoff. I don't usually like picking fighters with a year-long layoff, and Leavitt will be at the 1-year mark. Fight night. I'm not too sure about his mindset. He took that loss to Chase Hooper pretty hard. I understand fighters are their worst critics, but they can also get inside their head a little too much. Hopefully he took his loss to Hooper well and learned from that experience. I'm thinking that he did. He seemed pretty hungry, wanting to come back. Leavitt has decent striking, and he can get this fight to the mat if he wants to, and I think Holobaugh is going to be a willing participant to do that. He's a bigger submission threat than Holobaugh. Holobaugh's a game fighter. He's a dog, and, you put a dog in a corner, they tend to leash out. So you can watch out for Holobaugh. He's got a great betting opportunity here. However, the fighting metrics, Leavitt does have a clear advantage, especially in the takedown average department. I'm picking Leavitt by submission. He usually hunts for the submissions. He's got a 55% submission rate. Leavitt does have a negative 10.5%, 57% expected value in a coin flip fight. So there's no edge in betting the Leavitt money line. There is a 6.5% positive expected value betting the Holobaugh money line. So it's probably worth throwing a little bit of money on the underdog here. Next fight is a short notice fight between Andreas Gustafsson versus Trevin Giles in the catchweight 180-pound fight. Gustafsson opened up as the obvious favorite at minus 165. The win probability calculator picks Gustafsson as the big favorite at minus 211 with a true win probability of 67.8%. Trevin Giles is stepping up on short notice to save this card that is seemingly just falling apart. But where has Giles been? Has he been training in camp for some other fight? I don't believe he has. He's 2-6 his last 8 fights. This could be his last fight in the UFC if he loses one more, especially by knockout. I am glad he's making this card. He's saving this card, but I do not like picking short notice fights that are not coming off of a camp. Obviously, Gustafsson has been training to fight. Gustafsson also has a significant advantage in almost every metric. I'm picking Gustafsson by KO. Had Giles had a full camp, I probably would have picked Gustafsson by decision. Gustafsson's money line at minus 165 has an expected value of plus 5.55%. So you are getting value in betting the Gustafsson money line right now. There's probably going to be even more value when the prop lines comes out. I'm going to take Gustafsson money line, and I'm going to take the under 2.5 rounds. Next is the number 3 bantamweight fighter Caitlin Vieira versus number 5 Macy Chiasson. Vieira opened up as a slight favorite at minus 120. She's currently a minus 115 favorite. The win probability calculator picks Chiasson in this 50-50 coin flip fight as a very slight favorite at minus 102 with a true win probability of 50.5%. The AI Fight Simulator picks Vieira to win 60% of the time, 40% by decision. To me, this is a crap MMA fight. Pretty predictable as to how this is going to go on. Vieira is pretty durable. Chiasson, I don't think she's going to be able to submit Vieira, but I think she can certainly outstrike her, maybe even cut her up. Let's not forget what she did to Mayra Bueno Silva. She has been away from the octagon for almost a year, and this fight has been scheduled twice before and canceled twice before. So I believe that they have trained to fight against each other for a significant amount of time prior to this fight. I just hope this isn't a boring, low-volume striking affair that's going to go to decision. Chiasson can deliver the goods. She has a 60% finish rate, and she doesn't discriminate whether she does it by sub or KO. And I do like her reach advantage and her killer instinct. Chiasson does have the striking advantages, while Vieira maintains the grappling advantages in the fighter metrics. My pick is Chiasson by decision. At minus 105, Chiasson has a negative expected value of minus 0.71. So she's pretty much priced where she should be. But betting this fight seems too risky. A women's MMA fight, that's a 50-50 coin flip, and you're not really getting an edge against the sports books who's already profiting off the VIG, so I'm just staying away from betting this fight. Next up, we have Nascimento versus Filho in the men's flyweight division. Nascimento opened up as a huge favorite at minus 275, and he's been dropping currently as a minus 162 favorite. The win probability picks Filho as the favorite at minus 140 with a true win probability of 58.7%. The AI Fight Simulator also picks Filho to win 80% of the time, 45% by way of submission. It's been 868 days since Nascimento has stepped inside the octagon, and that will be on fight night. That's 2 years and 4 months. You know, why the long layoff? He pulled out versus Tim Elliott. He pulled out versus Sumidarji for due to a knee injury. He pulled out versus Filho when this was scheduled first time because he was sick, and he pulled out. He was actually pulled from the Manel Cape fight by the UFC. He has come off long layoffs before and won, but 2 years and 4 months, to me, I feel like that's a bit too long of a layoff, while Filho is coming off what would be a 9-fight win streak at the UFC had he never seen Muhammad Mukayev. Nascimento's poor takedown defense plays into Filho's active submission game. Again, that layoff is way too much. My pick is Filho by submission. The Filho money line at plus 136 has an expected value of plus 15.95%. So there's definitely value in picking just the money line in Filho. He's completely undervalued, and I bet this close to even money going. I bet this will be close to even money going in towards Saturday night. Next up, we have Reese versus Dusko Todorovic in the middleweight division. Reese opened up as a big favorite at minus 285, and he's still the big favorite at minus 250. The win probability calculator has Reese as the favorite at minus 286 with a true win probability of 74.1%. The AI Fight Simulator picks Reese to win 65% of the time, 30% by submission, 25% by KO. Reese had a tough showing his last time around, getting KO'd by Azamat Bekoev in the first round. It's been a rough start altogether with him going 2-2, so he needs this win, but so does Todorovic. He's 2-5 his last 7 fights. He needs this win too, or it's goodbye for Todorovic. They fed him a lot of strikers. Maybe his luck will change with the grappler. I'm not sure. I expect Reese to get this fight to the mat, though, and start executing his submission game against an opponent who has poor takedown defense and a questionable durability. Reese has all the advantages in the strike metrics, strike defense metrics, and the takedown accuracy and takedown average metrics. My pick is Reese by submission. The Reese money line at minus 250 has an expected value of plus 2.69, so there's still some positive value even at that number. So go ahead and bet Reese money line. Go ahead and plug him in your parlays. Next up, we have a fight that's just been cobbled together between Billy Ray Goff and Brahimaj in the welterweight division. Goff is the big favorite at minus 340. The win probability calculator picks Brahimaj as the favorite at minus 111 with a true win probability calculator, or true win probability of 52.6%. The AI Fight Simulator also picks Brahimaj to win 60% of the time, 55% by submission. Oban Elliott's visa issues continue to plague him, but Brahimaj was still fortunate enough to be able to get a fight the same night to an opponent who also lost his dancing partner. Billy Goff was slated to fight Hun Suk Ko. That fight was already a late notice fight, but the South Korean was also having visa problems, so the UFC put the Goff versus Brahimaj fight together. I know I'm fucking up that name, but so be it. Neither fighter has really had an opportunity to study each other or to train for one another, so I really don't know who's going to win as far as strategically. I'm just going to really go on gut feeling here. Goff does have a clear fight metric advantage, and I'm going to go with Goff by KO. The Goff money line at minus 340 has an expected value of minus 29.88%. So even if he wins, you're not getting anywhere near the value you should be for such a, for a dangerous short notice fight. I would pick the under 2.5 rounds, or this fight doesn't go the distance. Next up, we have Dustin Jacoby versus Bruno Lopes in the light heavyweight division. Jacoby opened up as the moderate favorite at -148. His odds have increased to -185. The win probability calculator picks Lopes as the favorite as -132, with a true win probability of 56.9%. The AI Fight Simulator also picks Jacoby to win 60% of the time. Dustin Jacoby has been in the game for a while, and things weren't looking too great for him until he fraud-checked Vitor Petrino. Jacoby has power, but he has some tough losses, and he's not getting younger at 37 years old. Bruno is coming off a 3-fight win streak, but there's a glaring strength of schedule difference between these two fighters, a testament to how difficult an opponent at 37-year-old Jacoby is going to be. Lopes is a heavy puncher. He throws basically every punch as a significant strike, and he's likely to bring the pressure. He came in as an underdog against, and I'm going to fuck this name up, Gustafsson. But it's gone. But he did get it done via decision. Lopes does also leave himself open to counters. He does have a significant advantage in the takedown department and the fighter metrics. This pick is difficult for me. I feel like Petrino was beating Jacoby until Jacoby caught him in that last minute. So had it gone to the distance, Petrino would have won that. I'm going to take Lopes here by KO. The Jacoby money line at -185 has an expected value of -21.76%. So the Lopes money line at 154 has an expected value of 17.48%. In a 50-50 fight, I'm going to put money on the fighter that has the higher expected value, which in this case is Lopes. Also, the under 2.5 rounds is in play. Next up is the co-main event between the number 7 Matus Gamrot versus Todorovic Klein in the lightweight division. Matus opened up as the favorite at -166, which he stayed at. The win probability calculator has Matus as a slight favorite at a -115 with a true win probability of 53.6%. The AI Fight Simulator picks Matus to win 65% of the time, 45% by decision. Excuse me. This is another coin flip fight that's had me going back and forth between Matus and Klein. Obviously, the win probability calculator has this as a pretty close fight too. Gamrot's coming off a stunning split decision loss to Dan Hooker 9 months ago. He stated in his Insta that he took a risk and it didn't pay off, but I don't understand what that risk was. He had this fight in the bag and he decided to just stand and bang with Hooker. So I felt like that was a devolution of his fight IQ. But, he's hungry and he's overly critical of himself, so he can probably come back as a monster. But Klein is no slouch. He's got good enough takedown defense to keep this fight standing, where he obviously has an advantage. I'm worried about his durability, specifically his submission defense. But Gamrot's a wrestler, not a submission specialist or prolific finisher, for that matter. Klein is also on a 6-fight win streak, with that draw sprinkled in the middle against Jai Herbert. I got a slight edge on Klein. This is another difficult pick, but I'm going Klein by decision. Klein money line at 140 has an expected value at plus 4.77. This fight is just too close to pick at a money line, but with that 0.477, you're still getting value, so sprinkle some money there. And also the over 2.5 rounds if the fight ends in a decision, whichever one has greater value for you. Finally, we have the main event, number 4, Erin Blanchfield versus number 5, Macy Barber in the women's flyweight division. Erin Blanchfield opened up as a favorite at -238. The win probability calculator picks her as a slight favorite at -138 with a true win probability of 57.9%. The AI Fight Simulator picks Blanchfield to win 75% of the time, 45% by decision. This is the second main event Blanchfield has headlined, and she was also on the cusp of getting a title shot until she endured that setback with the Filho loss. Barber has been out at the octagon for over a year, and she's looking to build on her 6-fight win streak. Blanchfield, I think, is going to look to outstrike her, outpace her, and outgrapple her. This is Barber's first 5-round fight, so cardio management is going to be important for her, and this will be Blanchfield's third consecutive 5th-round fight. So I think she's got a little more experience in these main event type critical fights. And she also has an advantage in the fight metrics. So give me Blanchfield by decision. The Blanchfield money line at minus 238 has an expected value of minus 12.48%. So she's overvalued for a straight money line pick, but you can definitely include her in a parlay. I wish you guys all the best of luck. And as always, bet responsibly.